Happy Wednesday, UnWoke Nation, and I'd like to welcome you to episode 126 of the UnWoke Show, where free speech is welcome, all subjects are on the table, and your boys Rich and Tim bring you the latest and greatest for your enjoyment, baby. I'm your host, Rich, along with my co-host here. How you doing, Tim?
Oh, great, Rich, man. Glad to be back. UnWoke Nation, guys. Glad to be speaking with you this evening, as always. Guys, we're going to do a little housekeeping first. If you're just tuning in or your friends are asking where they can find us, we are on all the major podcasting platforms. We are on Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Podbean, Spotify, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, Player FM, Listen Notes, Podchaser, Boomplay, Good Pods. Guys, we are on all the major podcasting platforms. Tune in, check us out. Plenty of great content for you to download and listen to. Or, if you want, you can reach us directly at feedback@unwoketheshow.com. Again, that is feedback@unwoketheshow.com. And tonight, guys, we're kicking things off with Cincinnati Assault Uncovered. Yep, that's right.
Kind of a good follow-up of all the crap that's been going on there, where it's just been...
Yeah,
it's definitely been a story.
A story that started out local that caught national attention.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so back on Saturday, July 26th, all of a sudden there was footage that showed a large group turn on two individuals at 3 a.m. on the corner of Fourth and Elm Streets in downtown Cincinnati's business district. In the video, an unidentified man can be heard yelling racial slurs while being beaten in the street, with some claiming the male victim slapped the perpetrator prior to the fight breaking out. Okay. So, yes. So here's what we've got. I'm going to make the assumption that the white male, who has not been identified, okay, right, due to, I guess a law in Ohio has something to do with you don't have to divulge, or you can't divulge the person's name if they were involved in some type of assault or something. Okay. Cincinnati Music Festival.
That's right. Yep.
Downtown, 3 a.m. I cannot imagine that any alcohol was involved.
Nah, not at all.
You have let's just go on the assumption this guy was drunk.
Okay.
And let's alleged that this white guy slapped some perpetrator.
Okay.
Let's just allege all of that. All of a sudden, I guess you could call it a brawl. I hate to use the term riot because riot sounds...
Nah, I don't think that fits the case for us. So I would say brawl is probably a good way to...
So a brawl involving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5...
Tim's got the tape up.
Yeah. So there are 4 black men and a black woman.
Right.
Mind you, there are people recording what is going on.
Lots of people recording this.
Lots of people.
Which is shocking all by itself, but continue.
So a white woman, and her name has not been released, but they're calling her Holly.
Yes, she's done a lot of interviews, national interviews, but yeah, that's all about her.
Was attempting the Good Samaritan activity of trying to break up the fight. Okay.
Right.
So we're tracking so far.
Yep.
Okay. So 4 black dudes and a black woman versus
a white male
and
a woman who came in to try to break up the fight.
Who is, again, trying to be a good Samaritan. I cannot imagine that going well. And I'm glad that you asked, did it go well? Because no, it did not. Holly received a beatdown.
Pretty much a sucker punch.
Yeah. She was slammed to the ground and knocked unconscious.
Yeah.
Okay.
Literally knocked unconscious, eyes open and everything, which is scary to think of the potential brain damage. Obviously, since we have seen Holly, quote, Holly on television, doesn't seem like it's bad, but we've also, over the time of us being on the show, we've seen situations where that didn't happen. What was it, the teenage girl that got in a fight with like a group of girls like that?
The girls in...
they were banging her head on the...
and she's finished.
Yeah.
So, somebody calls 911. Okay. So, throughout the 3-minute, 15-second phone call, the 911 operator can be heard asking several times how many people were involved in the fight and whether police were needed at the scene.
That's a pretty dumb question.
According to the dispatcher, she keeps asking the question, so you keep saying they left. Do you need police to respond out?
Yeah, because you would hope that the person who called the police at least let them know. There's a woman that's basically in the middle of the street who's knocked out right now. A guy, which sounds like he's still conscious, has been assaulted. And therefore, to make sure you can get the full investigation of what happened in the altercation, it's probably a good idea to bring the police to the scene of the crime.
So, Sunday, July 27th, Cincinnati Chief of Police Teresa Theetge, I'm not, Theetge.
I have no doubt.
Yeah, I butchered it, but that's all right. I lost my place. Real quick. Announced in a press conference that the department is investigating the incident.
Great. Oh my God, there's someone doing their job.
According to police chief, the behavior displayed is nothing short of cruel and absolutely unacceptable.
Rightfully so.
Okay. Our investigative team is working diligently to identify every individual who caused the harm.
Okay.
It's also important to clarify this was a sudden dispute between individuals following a verbal altercation.
I think that's fair.
More like verbal beat. Was there an altercation or just flat out beat?
I mean, there probably something started it. Okay, so, and it is true that we haven't heard a lot about what might have been said, and like you said earlier, saying, well, he might have been racial slurs, whatever. We really don't know that, but something happened where at this festival or letting out festival like that would cause this to get to what it has gotten to. So
the police of the chief of police on Monday revealed during a press conference that of the approximately 100 individuals present on the street corner at the time of the fight, only one person called 911.
Okay, so let's backtrack here, Tim. So basically you said the altercation went on for 3 minutes and 15 seconds? And you trying to tell me of all the people who was there recording this entire situation going on, only one person had enough decency to say, hey, maybe I want to call the authorities? Like, how disturbing does that say about a society? That when you see people in trouble, black, white, and different, that's your first response is to put it on TikTok?
Yep.
I mean, that's pretty messed up.
So Tuesday, July 29th, Cincinnati authorities announced the arrest of Montinez Merriweather, 34, DeKyra Vernon, 24.
That's the girl.
Yep. For their alleged roles in the brutal beating. Both Vernon and Merriweather face felonious assault, aggravated riot, and assault charges. Wednesday, July 30th, Jermaine Matthews, 39, is taken into custody in connection with the attack and is initially charged with aggravated riot and assault.
Okay.
Okay. All of them appeared. They have bonds of varying, from $500,000 down to $100,000.
Yeah.
So during the hearing, detectives alleged Matthews and Merriweather were seen chasing victims as they attempted to flee before forcing the victims to the ground and assaulting them in what authorities called an ambush attack.
So that gives a little bit more about it. So goes back to what you were saying before. So the guy who's part of this, or who's the victim, was running away from the two guys who potentially become suspects.
Mm-hmm.
So that starts to add a little bit more to what you're saying of kind of figuring out what verbal situation happened that would get a guy to all of a sudden start running from the two guys, only for them to chase him down and then start beating him up, which is already assault.
Right.
And also, we actually got harassment because you chase him down the street too. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, but I'm pretty sure you're about to come to this part that's going to make people in UnWoke Nation go, "Er?"
So, we go through this timeline from the time that it happened. The mayor comes back from his vacation.
It's not always convenient where you always have all these like Democratic ran cities where mayors, when big tragedies happen, where they happen to be on vacation either.
So Cincinnati Mayor Aftab Purval reportedly responded to criticism surrounding his choice to leave for a family vacation with his 5-year-old son the same day news broke out about the brutal brawl. This was a long-planned family trip and celebration for my son, the mayor told the Inquirer.
He basically had his PR people figure out exactly, we don't want the same thing as Los Angeles Mayor Bass, who got in trouble because she was over somewhere in Africa when they had a crisis going on in Los Angeles.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, those people, the PR people in Cincinnati, started thinking real quick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Friday, August 1st, authorities arrested a fourth suspect, 37-year-old Dominique Kittle, for his alleged involvement in the attack. Kittle is charged with felony assault, aggravated riot, and 2 counts of assault, according to the Hamilton County Sheriff's Office. Okay. Again, the police and everybody saying, hey, listen, there's no place for violent crime in our community. The FBI and the Justice Department are also conducting their own investigations, right?
Okay.
On Monday, August 3rd, a 5th suspect, Patrick Rosemond, 38, was taken into custody Monday afternoon by the FBI and Atlanta Metropolitan Major Offenders Task Force in Fulton County, Georgia. He is charged with 2 counts of felonious assault and aggravated riot, according to Cincinnati Police Department. He's also charged with 1 count of fugitive from justice for a fingerprintable charge. He's currently being held in jail. The attack victim speaks out on Fox News. That was on August 8th. August 5th, Cincinnati police announced officers had arrested a 6th suspect. Aisha Devon, 25, was arrested and charged with aggravated riot and felonious assault. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the timeline so far. Okay. Now, and I'm trying to find the article because it gets better.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
It gets decidedly better. And what I'm going to show is Cincinnati council member makes controversial comment.
Oh, boy.
Okay.
Well, what dumb things you got another politicians?
So, again, so on Wednesday, Cincinnati Council President Pro Temp Victoria Parks commented on a Facebook video of the fight saying they begged for that beatdown.
What? They begged for that beatdown.
Yes.
Tim, have you noticed where there's been a big thing about situations such as this or somewhat remotely been going on? And it always seems, at least as of late, you get all these people get in front of a press conference and up in front of a podium, and it's almost like they're encouraging like violence or criminals or different things like that. And then they sit there and they wonder why people get upset, when it seems like that the authorities that they're paying for through their tax dollars are not defending them.
Parks doubled down.
Oh, gosh.
Parks, who confirmed that she did post the comment and that she stands by her statement.
Mm-hmm.
She previously said she is not seeking re-election for city council.
Oh, so she's got nothing to lose anyway. So you're just going to say something absolutely stupid and just go ahead with that. So here's my question. So we've done this many a time on the show. Let's reverse it, right?
Yeah, that's exactly where I was going to go.
Let's say it was a black male and a black female, and that happened somewhere in Cincinnati, wherever the case may be. And my question to Mrs. Park, whatever it is, would you say the same thing? Or would you have changed the narrative to say, you see, this is why we have such systemic racism, whatever other bullcrap name they come up with?
So let's flip the whole situation.
Okay.
What if it's 6 white guys who beat a black man and a black woman?
Right. Knocked her out cold. Sustains brain damage. Okay.
Yep. You know what they would have said.
And let's assume instead of black, Parks is white. And said they deserve that beat down.
Yep.
Okay.
It's like talking about it would have been even more national. It would have made national news anyway. But then they would have sat there and said, you know what? They would have said 2 words: hate crime.
So we've had Trayvon Martin.
Yep.
George Floyd. Cincinnati would have been on fire.
Oh, gosh.
If that was reversed.
Oh, if it was, it would be Ferguson. It'd be every other town you can think of some crap happening. Los Angeles, 93.
You being obviously you being a black man, what could a black man or black woman say to white people that could even be remotely considered racist? Cracker? Okay. Cornbread? Okay. Honky? That's the best you could come up with?
Right.
That's it.
Right.
Nothing else.
Say some white bitch, whatever. Whatever it is, skinny white bitch. But even so.
Trailer trash, redneck.
Right, yeah, redneck, whatever.
White, white trash. Let's get all the trash in there at that point, right?
Right.
Nothing.
Yeah, that's exactly. And I mean, like, see, here's the thing: is like, I know a lot of people will hear what I say is like being a black male, so like that. Well, how could you say something like that? And it's kind of like I've seen enough of this crap now that it's called a pattern. And so since I've seen this enough where I'm believing in right is wrong is wrong, and you start seeing a pattern that every single time we have a situation, or almost every single time to be fair, we see a situation which most people, regardless of color, would sit there and say, this is wrong.
Yeah.
But the fact that we have now had to deal over the course of almost 6 to 8 years of situations where if you are committing a crime, if you are assaulting someone, and you are black, and even go a little bit farther, being a minority, it's almost considered justified. Let's go a little bit farther. When you go to Chicago and they had the whole situation about, all the, and I'm trying to remember what year that was, but they're down there on Michigan Avenue, very prestigious town for these guys outside the UnWoke, outside the United States, where it's a very prestigious town. Where in the city of Chicago, and there was a lot of looting and people being assaulted as they're walking down the streets and all this other stuff. And the only thing you were hearing, so at least from the black community at that time, was, well, we're doing this because, we deserve justice. And after all the racism that's going on, and also we don't care, we don't care where if we're trashing their business, they all got insurance and stuff like that. Now, we can both agree, regardless of color, and sit there and say, yes, we realize you going down there doing that type of stuff is actually wrong. But the fact that they wanted to use racism as a way to cover up this stuff, and of course you had a mayor that backed it all up, whatever you want to call, right. So especially the third largest city in the United States, which makes it even more ridiculous.
Right.
This is what you're dealing with.
Yep.
And so now we're starting to see more of a problem that's going on where it's almost, people have come to a conclusion, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, man, people are just kind of coming to the conclusion, even being white. So basically, if you're going to be a minority that might cause a crime that if it was 20 years ago, that person be sitting in jail or whatever the case may be, instead of getting out in 5 minutes when it clearly was stated where they beat this person up.
Right.
This is where we are now.
So let's reset to the original story at hand and situation at hand.
Right.
2 white people beaten. Okay. The black community.
Which, by the way, do you realize they have not used the term hate crime?
No, they haven't.
Right.
So, what does the black community do next? So, you have the city council say they deserve the beatdown. The black community has called for the arrest of the white guy. Why? Because a 7th black man was extradited from Georgia.
Okay.
This guy is a career criminal. Robbed Holly while she was on the ground unconscious, took a gold chain off her neck. So you have 7 black people. Okay. Sitting in jail.
Yeah.
And the black community is calling for the arrest of the white guy. Why? Because allegedly this white guy slapped, and there isn't any video, okay, of this white guy slapping anybody. All you hear him is demonstrating his stupidity. I mean, let's
pretty much
you call it is by throwing out racial slurs. Okay. That's it. As far as we know. Okay. And yet it's the white guy's fault. Okay. Let's just, for the sake of argument, let's say the white guy in this case, again, they have not revealed his name as of, I believe, either today or yesterday. He may face a misdemeanor charge. of what was it, inciting violence or something like that, right? Something minor.
Because of a word that he said, and therefore it's justified to actually beat up him and the woman who actually tried to stop the thing?
So
is that what that's what they're going to try to go to court with?
And why? All because the black community has cried that the white guy should be arrested. Now, we did an episode on black fatigue.
Yes.
Have you heard anybody complaining about white fatigue?
Nope.
No, why? Because they're all claiming white people are racist. And black people saying that white people are racist, again, black fatigue.
Yep.
Okay.
And the black fatigue is just coming around just because there's just been too many situations of, again, I mean, I started hearing the term and everything once I think we did the show about the Carnival Cruise Lines and obviously, black people, breaking out in fights on these cruise ships. And that was the first time I ever heard this term. But it's too much that's just kind of going on. And you're just looking at it as being like the same, the same situation all the time. Now, believe me, what I just said probably pissed off a whole lot of people, and I really don't give a damn.
Right.
But, like they said, the truth is truth. You can put a lipstick on a pig, but it's still a pig.
Yeah. So a man who police identified as a victim in the violent street brawl that left several people injured last month has been charged. Okay. The unidentified 45-year-old white man is charged with disorderly conduct, a fourth-degree misdemeanor for his alleged role in the July 26th melee. Police said his status as a victim in the beating prevents them from releasing his name under Marcy's law, which gives crime victims the option to have their names withheld from public release.
So basically what they're looking for is a sacrificial lamb because they don't want crap to break out in Cincinnati amongst the black community. So in other words, they already did them a favor by going to find the guy. Then they made an announcement where so they're going to try to charge the guy. So, yeah, it's not necessarily justice.
So as it stands right now, there are 7 people in jail, all black.
Right.
2 female, okay, 5 male.
Right.
And why are they in jail?
Because they assaulted someone to the point that they almost killed the woman. And obviously, the guy was pretty darn hurt from what we've seen from the video.
All because you got worked up, or let's use the word that kids are using today, triggered. Yeah. By a white guy in downtown Cincinnati.
And you're a grown-ass person.
At 3 a.m.
Which nothing ever goes right around.
Nope. And now your ass is in jail. And yet we're going to throw out black fatigue, the black card. Why isn't a white guy in here? Why are we all in here?
Yeah, see, and that's the problem, man. It's like, when you see a lot of these towns where it's the first thing they want to do. They want to sit there and they'll just call the race card.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. Let's go back.
And we've done an episode on the race card.
Exactly. It's like, it's because here's the thing. If it's something legitimate or where it shows where that there actually was a racial situation going on, that's one thing. But let's go a little bit farther back. If we go back to the summer of 2020. And the one black guy that tried to break into a jewelry store. I don't know if you remember this story. Yeah, so he tried to break into the guy's jewelry store in Philadelphia and also had a shotgun where it practically blew the flipping guy's shoulder off. Was he being racist?
No, he was just a criminal.
Yeah, but the guy is sitting up there defending his property. So does he have to sit there and go, well, I can defend my property or I can just let them go and then nobody will think I'm some white racist?
Nope. defend yourself.
Right. Because the Second Amendment states the word that you can't. Mm-hmm. So how come you didn't hear about that crap then? Just one of many stories. And also, you have people who are trying to defend their homes or whatever case may be. You don't hear about that. And also, now you have 7 people who are clearly involved in the case. And the only thing they can sit there and do, instead of saying, you guys should have controlled your temper or whatever case may be, but no, they sit there and say, we got to have a little bit of, some type of racial justice going on. And so we need you to go pick up the white guy just to make us feel better. Everybody gets into their fifis,
Or how about last summer?
Okay.
And this is another story we talked about.
Sure.
Black guy in a white SUV. South side of Chicago.
Yeah.
Has a gun on him.
Yep.
Gets pulled over.
Sure.
White cops. Shoots the kid. They dump close to 100 rounds into the car and kill him. And the mom's up in arms.
Right.
Up in arms. Because the kid pulled a gun on the cops.
Oh, I remember that story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
there's a video for that one.
There is a video for that one.
I remember that. Right.
Or let's go even more current. What happened in Texas?
Fill me in, man.
How about the white, track athlete?
Ah, yes, with the twin brother. I remember that case too.
That was killed by a black kid?
Yep.
And what did the family do?
Oh, we want to put together a GoFundMe page where to help him out or where through this whole thing. Oh, by the way, we're going to take some of the money right now and start building a house. And what did they do? Get a car?
Yeah, they bought a car. Ironically, pictures of him start showing up on X of him holding a gun.
Yep.
Holding an AK.
Yeah, that's how it always happens. See that crap on Facebook.
Yep. And again, who did not act up? White people. If it was reversed.
Oh, gosh. Gosh, they would have been all over CNN. All over it. I can't believe this happened, da-da-da, or like that. So because Black Lives Matter and all this other stuff, well, everybody's lives matter, but, you guys don't want to hear that crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's just, it's double standard, Tim.
Oh, it's a complete...
Yeah, it's a double standard.
And there is a touch of black fatigue, but at the end of the day, like I said earlier, if you get triggered by a racial slur, enjoy jail.
Right.
You're right where you belong.
No one told, if there's truth to what it said, it's like no one told you not to be, that you could be upset. We understand that. But then there also has to be a situation where it's like, hey, you know what? It's just somebody just kind of calling you that word. Got to leave it alone. It's like, it's not worth going to jail for, whatever case may be. But you got people out there who can't control their composure. Situations happen like this and now they potentially looking like they're going to sit in jail.
Yep.
Whose fault is that?
Yeah, enjoy those orange jumpsuits. UnWoke Nation, we'd love to get your feedback on this story, guys. You can reach us again at feedback@unwoketheshow.com. Again, that is feedback@unwoketheshow.com. Rich, a pleasure as always. And remember, guys, stay...